The Amazon doesn't kill with noise, it kills with quiet. A riverbank is an ecological hotspot. Every animal must drink here, so ambush predators concentrate here too. In murky water, a jaguar reads danger through mud vibrations, scent on the wind, and surface movement. One wrong step flips the food chain, and that's where our story begins. Jaguars sit near the top of the food web, but their greatest advantage isn't only muscle, it's territory and how they manage it. Territory is a living resource map. Prey corridors, shade and resting cover, escape routes, and areas with fewer rivals. They don't patrol for show. Every circuit is information gathering: fresh scent, new claw marks, scat, disturbed trails, and unusual forest sounds after heavy rain. Jaguars signal ownership with scent, tree scrapes, and roars, an invisible signage system that reduces constant face-to-face fights. Because injury in the rainforest quickly becomes hunger and territory loss, even placement matters. Marks near prey routes lock hunting lines, while boundary marks warn intruders before contact. Courtship and mate competition are essentially survival screening. A female selects a male strong enough to hold hunting grounds, tough enough to push back intruders, but smart enough not to waste himself in bad trades. A rival isn't just drama, it proves a rule. Being chosen often correlates with the ability to control space and manage risk. That's why conflict escalates in layers: display, closing distance, vocal pressure, angle cutting, then brief impact, seeking dominance without paying the long-term cost of wounds. When the winner holds the territory, he also holds the key prize: access to the female, and a breeding season with real odds of success. Once bonding forms, the story enters a phase of biological investment. Every decision becomes energy management and secrecy. Pregnancy forces the female to optimize energy. Eat enough without gambling. Move without leaving obvious traces. In rainforest logic, safe is always relative, so she adjusts her hunting routine, favoring lower-risk targets, avoiding deep water edges and slick banks, and limiting exposure in open ground. Each failed hunt isn't just hunger, it's energy loss from pregnancy and more time spent visible. Weather becomes an active opponent. A few heavy rains can turn familiar routes into slick mud, spread scent farther, or turn a shelter into a flood pocket that forces a relocation. Choosing a birth site is strategic, not accidental. A strong den needs 3 qualities: hard to detect, low flood risk, and a clean escape route if compromised. Rock hollows, root cavities, and tight crevices can work, but they must stay dry, block wind, provide soft footing to reduce heat loss, and buffer sound so it doesn't carry. Newborn cubs are fragile, weak reflexes, and poor thermoregulation, so safe birth also means post-birth management, keeping the litter quiet, minimizing scent signature, clearing nearby traces, and relocating if foreign traps or predator scent builds outside. From that moment forward, the goal isn't simply to be the best hunter, it's to remain hidden long enough for the cub to grow. This is where the life cycle shifts from hiding to learning to live. Once the cub spends longer outside the den, danger doesn't shrink, it expands with every step. The mother must lead the cub beyond safety, and each location becomes a test. River edges, flooded forest, prey trails, and territory borders where a rival can return. At this stage, she isn't only guiding, she's controlling tempo, moving fast through open ground, pausing under cover, and keeping the cub close enough to pull back with a single touch. The cub doesn't mature through strength first, but through skill. Jaguars teach by demonstrate, imitate, repeat. Lowering the center of gravity, placing paws softly, freezing at the right moment, then reading the wind so scent doesn't betray them. They also learn a discipline of silence, ears up, eyes scanning, body steady, plus the ability to tell normal rainforest noise from a broken rhythm that signals danger. In stock training, patience becomes a weapon, because in the jungle, timing rarely arrives on command. During cub rearing, hunting becomes an energy and time equation. The mother can't leave the cub exposed for long, so she favors shorter, lower-risk hunts and fast retreats. As the cub begins to follow, the lessons level up. Don't rush too early, don't chase too far, and know when to abandon a pursuit to conserve strength. Even food brings danger, because scent can attract opportunists, so feeding always comes with scanning. Eat fast, reposition, and leave as little trace as possible. The climax spikes when nature tightens the vise. Rain turns roots into slick mud, floods break paths, and flooded forest forces the family closer to water, closer to ambush. Then, the rival returns. Now it's not just territory, it's the cub's future. Every decision is built around avoiding the worst outcome: injury. In the wild, a small wound can reduce hunting performance and spiral into starvation. The final lesson lands hard. Survival isn't always winning a fight. Sometimes it's retreating at the perfect second, taking the longer route, swallowing hunger, and staying alive long enough to grow one more step. The end of a life cycle isn't less danger, it's different danger. As the cub matures, strength increases, but the territory equation begins. It must find its own hunting space, avoid direct competition with parents, and accept that solitude is part of the predator's job. Growing up in a rainforest means learning boundaries where prey concentrates, where rivals patrol, where water will rise after a single night of rain. A young animal typically expands through cautious scouting. Test a route, place a mark, retreat. Repeat. Each loop is a patience exam. The story closes as the real inheritance is transferred. Not possessions, but the ability to read an ecosystem. The life cycle completes when the new individual can stand on its own territory, while the Amazon remains silent, severe, and faithful to its rules.